remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Told me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Told me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Told me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Told me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Told me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We back with another Music Monday on this Monday, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already, and or if you are new. My name is Jeremy Jones, and y'all know I make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and y'all know this is Music Monday, man. Y'all see the topic, man. Normally, this is where I would introduce dunks, but if he joins, he joins. If not, y'all know the show will go on. So y'all smash the like button. Sign up for that sold out Discord too. The link is pinned up in the chat. It is free to sign up. And for the people that's already members, man, appreciate that as y'all been keeping it active over there, man. Got several topics I want to touch on today, man. One of them being Meg Thee Stallion finally breaks her silence on Tory Lanez sentencing, and also we got a condition on kind of what Tory is kind of going through off their best description. Now, I haven't personally never been to jail, but I have plenty of family members who have been there, and I would say some of them act like they like it, but from what I'm hearing, it's a place you just don't want to be there too long, if you catch my drift, right? Okay, I've definitely been in a lot of legal trouble, but thank God I was blessed and got out of some of it. I was facing some time a few years ago, but you know, I got blessed out of that situation as well, and no, I ain't snitching nobody or anything like that. We're also going to get an update on the YSL RICO case, and we're talking Young Thug's case. Looks like there's been an update. Keep in mind, in that whole case, in that whole situation, not one single juror has been selected yet for the trial, and it seems like they've chose a speedy trial as well. So definitely want to get an update on that, and then we're going to close things out with Snoop Dogg and Uncle Luke, man. I believe seems like there's been some miscommunication going on there. I haven't had a chance to really fully look at it, but you know, it's been celebrating 50 years of hip hop, and Uncle Luke, basically from what I'm just of it, he doesn't seem like he gets the full credit that he truly deserves. So I want to touch on that, see what's going on with that. But I think we're going to start with the Meg Thee Stallion breaks her silence Tory Lanez situation. But before I do, let me see what we got in the building, see what we got up in the chat real quick. Smash the like button as y'all come in and out, really goes a long way. Melly Mel in the building says, Yerp, what up, Melly? We got Frankie Bang Bang in the building, says, yo ho boys with the peace sign in the shades. He says, chillin' bro, that's what's up, that's what's up. We got John B in the building. Let's see what is going to be the next drip for Jeremy. Most definitely, man. I'll say this, I got a nice surprise unboxing video for y'all at the very end of the week on Friday, man. But this is Monday, one of the toughest days of the week, but I was always told, and this is one of the things I kind of go off on, if you can make it to Wednesday, you can make it through the rest of the week. So if you think about it, we just got to make it through tomorrow, man, and then we should be counting down to the weekend at that point. I feel like at that point, everything just goes, downhill, so to speak, so you can get your breaks or your time, what you needed. Speaking of Wednesday, and Saturday, man, the kid got some special events coming up, so I won't be able to go live those 2 days, but I will be back with another Music Monday next week. But I still am going to be dropping content throughout the whole entire week. I just don't have that moment to sit down in front of the camera and actually just go live. But we definitely will be back live on Monday and Music Monday. So Wednesdays and Saturdays will be, a no-go. I'll remind everybody in the Sold Out Discord as well under the lounge. Whenever I get close to tomorrow, just to let everybody know. I'll probably do one on Wednesday just to give everybody a heads up. Because I know some people actually like coming through these joints and kicking it with the kid, and it really goes a long way. Big Bank says, peace, y'all. He says, money. He got the money bag logo. Big Bank says, just cop the Crenshaw dunks the other day. That's what's up, man. Congratulations on that. Crenshaw dunks. I noticed a pair Dunks actually caught those on StockX, so I think on what I'm hearing, the resale prices isn't that bad on them. So I mean, this is probably the best time to buy if you really, really want those joints. I'm a retail only, but it's not that far from retail from what Dunks paid from what I've seen. We got Manny with the kicks in the building. Says, Yerp, what up, Manny? What up? Guarantee I won't be as faded as I was Saturday, man. I mean, I snapped out of it, but last Saturday, man, I must have went on another planet. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I could tell, though, whenever I was, behind the stage prepping for the show on Saturday. I had to touch on it, man, because I did watch the playback. And I heard what Dunk said when he snapped me up out of that joint. But, for a minute, though, I was, looking all, in left field. I couldn't focus for whatever reason. But also, I was frustrated because none of my equipment was working. So I was really, kind of frustrated. And let me clarify not working. I think borderline it was probably me. I was just so zoned out of it. I don't think I could control it anymore. But finally, when it came back to me, it somehow my vision had left and everything, man. So I must have I don't know. I must have caught the bottom barrel of the what's over of the sticky icky. You know what I'm saying? Because that joint really was it had me rolling, man. No cap. But appreciate y'all for coming in and out, coming through. Manny, smash the like button. Everybody smash the like button. And definitely sign up for that Sold Out Discord. But let me share my screen here, man. I want to start right out because we got 3 different topics. So let me share my screen. Boom, right here. Meg Thee Stallion, right? I want to touch on this for the night. I hadn't had a chance to fully read it, but I'm touching on Meg Thee Stallion first, and then we're going to talk about Tory Lanez current, jail living situation, right? Okay. So this was just reported roughly about a few hours ago, man. It says Meg Thee Stallion breaks silence on Tory Lanez sentencing. F all my haters. And I'm assuming that's a quote from her. Mandarin Kick says that's super Zaza Sheesh. Yeah, man. But the thing is, it's a normal pack that I already had. I already been had the joint, but I guess how sometimes some of that stuff age very well, and it's in a sealed container, so ain't no air oxygen getting to that joint. Yeah, I probably was gone, bro. On another planet, keep it 100. But let me get back to this article. But yeah, man, I zoned out. But I think I only zoned out for a strong 5-6 minutes, and then I snapped out. But I'm gonna say it was hard for me when I got off live. I ain't do nothing, but I think I just laid down, bro. I was so gone. Meg Thee Stallion has finally spoken out after fellow rapper Tory Lanez was sentenced last week to 10 years in prison for shooting her. F all my haters. None of the ish you was doing or saying broke me. Yes it did, because you went MIA and got quiet for quite some time. Now that things are shoe on the other foot, no pun intended, because rumors is that's what got him here. Apparently she got shot on the foot. I'm still going to stick to and this is all a legend and opinionated base. I'm still going to stick to my side of the story of she was shot at and got bullet fragments, meaning I'm assuming they did hit the ground, but I guess they hit them a little close to her and they popped up and they did hit her in the foot. Because, I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and play the blame game or say who I believe or who I support more. I think the whole situation in general could have just been avoided, right? Okay, meaning all the people that's under the influence, and let's just keep it 100. Again, this is all alleged and opinionated basis, all alleged. Pretty much, right? Safe to say, if they were at a party and they were leaving, safe to say, let's say they were all under the influence. Let's just say that. So I mean, that could mean a lot of things, you know. And clearly, when you seen the videos they did post, he was like Tory knew he was going. So to be honest, the security guard should have stepped. I'm gonna put it on the security guard. He don't get spoken enough. He don't want to be exposed to who he is because he'll probably never work again. Because like everybody else, like that's what we pay you to do. Even if you're supposed to protect our clients, and reality is, even if the clients, you got to protect them from the clients from the people they came with. You need to know how to break it up and get them home and let them fight it out and argue at home and make sure that the minute you seen that gun get drawn, bro, you got to step your hand right in the way, bro. Keep it 100. Because my thing is, obviously they got out the car if they was able to shoot at her foot and tell her to dance. Dance, you know what, dance. We have yet to confirm if Tory actually said that or was it actually Kelsey, because I think both of them were wrestling over the gun. A lot of people think, and this is all alleged, right, that Kelsey probably grabbed the gun, and if anything, Tory was trying to wrestle it away from her, and she was shooting at her. But again, we don't know the scenario. Nobody knows the scenario because, like, to be honest, there's two different ways you can spin that narrative. And to be honest, what Tory needed was Melly Mel lawyers. Mel, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking Melly, YNW Melly. He needed YNW Melly lawyers because them boys, they'll put a story in your head and make you think, like, man. I mean, because we already know all the signs point to YNW Melly, but that's another topic, right? But this is the same scenario. No pun intended, except nobody didn't, pass away, thank God. But I'll say this. It's one of those like, we're pretty sure he did it, but at the same time, we just want to know what the hell really happened. So hopefully once Tory gets off of this joint and he's able to find, like, I don't think he's going to sit the whole entire 10 years. We know he's going to get credit for like years served. So that's 9. And then he has to serve 85% of the time. So that should be 7 years. We've broken that down so many times. I feel like I can spit that verbatim like I'm doing the time. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say Meg does have the right to speak out and say how she feels, because think about it, a lot of people really started to question her, and all the jokes that came about her. I don't see Meg the man or what is it, Meg the they would call her all types of names. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just Meg the Stallion her name. They would call them like all the different nicknames, man. But I say all this, right? I don't know if y'all looked at Meg the Stallion recently, but I'm gonna just say she definitely don't worked out and got things in the right, or she don't got that surgery done and stayed low key, allegedly. But I'm gonna say this: she most definitely looking alright. She looking. I'm gonna say this: whether she did it naturally working out or she went and got it taken care of and paid for it, whoever or however did it, even if it's her, give her credit. She looking nice, bro. I don't think we can do too many more Meg the Man joints or jokes. I don't think nobody can say. I mean, y'all just saying that because of her height, which I want to see how tall she is for real. Let me I'm gonna look that joint up. I ain't gonna share it on my screen, but I just want to know how tall she is. I know they gotta have that in the profile. So she's 5'10". I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that horse looking alright. I almost said the wrong thing, but y'all feel where I'm coming from. You feel me? I know a lot of people don't want to give her the credit. I'm gonna speak out and give her the credit though. Let me read through the rest of this article, Will. It says, whose legal name is Megan Pete, told her fans referred to as hotties during a performance at Outside Lands Festival in San Francisco Golden Gate Park on Sunday. None of y'all was doing or saying to me to the hotties broke them. Okay, so she's saying basically all her loyal fans. I didn't know she called them hotties. I feel like girls got a nickname for every last one of their fans. Like, think about it. With Beyonce, it's the what? Beehive. Then Nicki Minaj got her thing. You know what I'm saying? It's so many little nicknames if you like a fan of the female rappers. And I forgot what Nicki's, I think she called them the bars or something like that. The Houston-raised rapper continued to assembled crowd. I want all the hotties to put their MFing middle finger up right now. Lanez, a Canadian citizen whose legal name is Daystar Peterson, addressed his sentencing August 10th, claiming he refuses to apologize for charges I'm being wrongly convicted of. And he could be right. Maybe Tory is sticking to like that OG code of like no like snitching, you know what I'm saying? Manny with the kick says the thotties. Chill, bro. But yeah, maybe I'm like I said, I don't know. The truth will probably never come out, but I've always been told there's three sides to every story, man. And it's her side, his side, and the truth. In this case, we got another side to throw in there. Really, we can throw Kelsey's side in there, and we can throw the security driver in there. What in a perfect world, what Tory could hope for if he's smart, you already got conflicting stories between these two. What you need to come in there and alley-oop the whole situation if he's trying to come home, because he's trying to get a new case, so I guess he's going to continue to fight it. But I don't know how much bread he throwing at the lawyers, man, but sheesh, I know for a fact, if he dropped 100K, I'm pretty sure last time it was like 100K, 200K, homie getting down to, I ain't saying he getting down to the bottom of the barrel, but it's adding up. New attorney on the case, and you lose, and you want them to file for a new trial. You know what I mean? Which could still be denied. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, to be honest, looking back on the whole situation, it was enough evidence to say, like, man, get up out of my courtroom. There should be a mistrial because there's no, like, there's no solid story. You know what I mean? If we're going to keep it 100 about the whole situation, which I feel like that's borderline what they was probably hoping for. You know what I mean? All sides really have a mistrial and go on about their lives, you know, but it didn't go like that. And Tory, whether he's keeping it a G and not snitching on nobody, you know, because he probably could have threw a lot of people, he could have told the whole situation. The security guard, to be honest, while I got on the whole rant, the security guard should be he needs to come out and say something. He needs to, like, but I was talking to my barber about this. I was like, why don't he just come out and say something, whether it hurts who or whatever. But he brought up a valid point that I never looked at, and I think even when me and Dunks did a live on this joint, we did not look at, and that is simple. He knows if he comes out, no matter what happens, whether he did shoot her or Kelsey shot her or hell, she shot herself. I've heard that story as well, but I don't believe that one at all. This is all alleged and opinionated based, by the way. But I say all that to say, like, if he comes out and tells what happened, all it's going to show is that he didn't do his job as what he's paid to do, and he'll never work as a security guard ever again. And he's probably already having a hard time probably finding work. Not saying, like, I'm talking about as far as, like, celebrity-wise, he shows he already can't handle them when the party gets wild. A lot of those guys turn up over there and with the right substances, if you catch my drift, and you can fit any name in the blank on that. So if they're partying over there like that, like it appears to be from the outside looking in, again, this is all alleged and opinionated base, then yeah, you need somebody like, hey man, you obviously the driver, we trust you, you the sober one, so I'm gonna need for you when things get out of hand, you gotta have my back, yo. It's no different than, look, because they're gonna look at it, okay, cool, you couldn't control your clients. If you can't control your clients whenever things get out of hand with the whole gun, and I'm talking about the security guard here for, I think he was Meg Thee Stallion's like security guard driver, right? But don't quote me on that. Or Tory's, one of them. It probably was Tory's because I think it was his SUV, they said, so it was his driver. Homie missed all the trial except for the very, very last day when they were already making their ruling. But I say all that to say, it shows that, like, from the outside looking in, like, you as a security guard, you can't handle your clients. If you can't handle your clients, the people that pay you to keep them safe, even if it's from each other, like they're friends, then when an intruder or like an enemy comes through, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect. Every day, like, it's a place where I gotta go where there's security guards at the gate, and I'm gonna keep it 100 every time. Even back in the day, this has been a minute. My last coworker will be like, man, they hired this mother trucker. What they gonna do? Like, the person I be around when they like, they hired this person, and that person will halftime be at the gate. You can almost drive through that mother trucker, man. We got the Slayer in the building. Says, yo, what up, Slayer? Y'all smash that like button, sub up, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through and rocking out on Music Mondays, man. Let's see. Let me read the rest of this. Says, the 31-year-old Say It, and that's the song of Tory, which that joint is a bop. Rapper was found guilty of shooting Meg Thee Stallion in the feet when an argument broke out between the two after they left the party of Kylie Jenner's Hollywood Hills home on July of 2020. Think about it. He just now getting sentenced in 2023. This late too, because he lost the case back in 2022. Stuff he kept trying to fight it on. I'm not gonna knock a man for trying to fight, bro, for his life, and you know what I mean. Something he really takes very valuable. Megan Thee Stallion performs on the day 3 of 2023 outside Last Festival Golden Gate Park in San Francisco on August 13th. So it says, this is a quote from her. It says, "I have never let hard time intimidate me. I will never let no jail time eliminate me. This is Lanez instead in the long-winded Instagram statement." That wasn't really long-winded. He just said, "I've never let any hard time intimidate me, and I never let no jail time eliminate me." So he got bars. He ready to get back in the stew. He need to drop something from jail if he can. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they'll let him record in the stew or not. Man with the Kick says Slayer 100 got the brewskis giving him a toasty. Pause. But you know what I'm getting at. It says, "Regardless of how they try to spin my words, I have always maintained my innocence, and I always will." And that is coming from Mr. Lanez here. He continued, "The week in court, I took responsibility for all verbal and intimate moments that I shared with the parties involved. That's it." So he still didn't confess that he did it. He just said that he was pretty much active with both of them. I mean, it's crazy to think, like, this is not the best picture, I should say, right here. It says Tory Lanez picture leaving from court in downtown Los Angeles. So he know where he got to go back. But here's homie in the suit. I'm mad. I hope he got socks on with those shoes, which it looks like he does. But, I mean, whoever took the picture of him when he was getting his hair fixed or whatever, because he really, really wanted a hairline very bad. But it's something about that top that kept thinning out, so he got to brush it down really, really a lot. Or, I mean, he could have just kept the low cut joint, but it did make him look much older. And I'm talking about like that buzz cut joint, but it did, like, his hair was like receding real bad, even when he first came out. And then he finally got this joint where you know he did a kit, but he said he used the same doctor as Tiger. I'm guessing you got to continue. But see, Tiger was smart. If he was doing all that, he waited till his joint got fully developed, because he would rock hats all the time. Let me read the rest of this article. It says, "In no way, shape, or form was I apologizing for the charges I'm being wrongly convicted of. I remain on the stance that I refuse to apologize for something that I did not do," Lanez says. So, I mean, he's doubling down, but it's kind of contradicting at the same time. Slayer says, "At Man with the Kicks got the hands up, like the 100 with the muscles. That's what's up." But yeah, he's not coming clean, but he's trying to look apologetic. He's apologizing about the situation is what I'm getting from it, versus like actually he's apologizing for what happened in the situation, but he's not saying he did it. Lanez, born in suburban Toronto, was initially charged in October 2020 with one felony count each of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, personal use of a firearm, and carrying a loaded unregistered firearm in the vehicle. I guess they charged it to him because was his security guard, which is his vehicle driving his car. Because what I remember, the gun didn't look like it was a gun that he would carry. From what I heard, the gun was actually pink. So that kind of initiates girl-like cute things. There's some actual pink guns out there, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. The couple were rumored to be dating at one point prior to the shooting. Meg initially denied having any intimate knowledge of Lanez, but changed her story during Lanez's 2022 trial. So there you go right there. So pretty much kind of not surprised, but if you look at this picture of Meg right here, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not mad at it, bro. Y'all going in on Meg or whatever because she 5'10", but to keep it 100, I'm not mad at it. It ain't my fault Tory Lanez 5'7", bro. And I'm not taking shots at nobody, but I mean, like, me standing next to that thing, I would have been able, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he finna handle business. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just keep it at that. Y'all be going in on Meg, but Meg actually, she don't came a long way. When she first came out, I know what y'all was talking about. I wasn't feeling it either, but whatever she done worked on and got done, she did a great job. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. That's one of those you gotta see the potential, and I think that's what, like, I think she with a new boo now, but what is it, Fontaine or something like that? He was with her, and then he got all heartbroken. So however that wasn't working out, so something must have happened. But she got her a new boo apparently. Let me read these quotes right here in the article. It says, "If I could change it," and I'm assuming this is from Tory Lanez. Says, "If I could change it, I would, but I can't." Lanez said at his sentencing. NBC News reported, "Everything I did that night, I take full responsibilities." Added Lanez, who wore an orange jumpsuit, "I truly am just trying to be a better person." Yeah, but you gotta. This is my thing. If you're gonna take the apologetic route, you gotta own up to that you did it. But I mean, if you're not gonna own up to that you did it, at this point you should have, like, it wasn't me, it was the other person who shot it. I mean, does Tory get like a snitching clause? Like, think about it. You're about to do 10 years for somebody else, which by the no snitching rule, in my opinion, what I was growing up on, even if you know who did it and they wouldn't do the same for you, you're supposed to take it on the chin. That's the OG style. But I mean, for the most part, I wouldn't recommend taking it on the chin, bro. I mean, I've never snitched on nobody, so I don't really want to say like what is or what ain't. But think about it. I'm saying, like, I was just taught you take some stuff you got to take on the chin, especially if you're just as guilty as the next person. I'm not saying he did it or who did it or whatever, but if you know at some point all of y'all are, somewhat y'all got an equal part. That's what happened to me in my situation. I did some dirt with some people or whatever back in the day. My name came up, theirs didn't. Mainly because I was an idiot to have my name on the paperwork. So they hit me with the charge. They were like, "Anybody else involved in this?" And I was like, "Nah." You know what I mean? Like, I went on and took the joint on the chin. But yeah, long story short, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to watch who you do dirt with, because at the end of the day, I know if the shoe was on the other foot and they was all involved and my name wasn't coming up, they wouldn't have said a GD thing, man. They wouldn't have said one thing, Let's see. So let's read the rest of this article real quick. So this is pretty much, she seemed like she's back at it, man. She definitely lost a lot. I don't know, the fit, not really feeling it, but I mean, she's trying to get back out here. We need some more, she ain't dropped no music in a minute if you're going to keep it 100. Whether she want to admit it or not, that's from like stress, since she would have still been out here working and grinding. In June, Meg claimed she was taking a break from the music industry to focus on healing from the legal battle against Tory Lanez. Exactly, because she know deep down, like, dang, this boy really about to do 10 years. The music, let's see. Fans can expect new music when I'm in a better place. The sweetest pie rapper told Style. Right now, I'm focused on healing. The music and the entertainment industry can be a grind, so it's important to take time off and avoid burning out. Life is all about balance, she said. Okay. Yeah, you need break from whatever, because deep down you got to let that get over you. That's what I'm thinking from it anyway. I think that covers that. Let me see what we got here for another one. Says, pretty much is probably going to say the same thing, but if anything, this shows what she did on the stage. Now, I'm not going to play the video because of copyright reasons, because you know how it is, but she pretty much, this is kind of the article I just read. They just did a like more fancier version of it, so to speak, so I'll give them credit where credit is due. Like I said, she's definitely come a long way in my opinion, so I'm not going to sit here and be mad at it, but on the flip side of things, man, I do want to see how your boy Tory Lanez is living. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to close things out right here. Breaking it down. We breaking this live. We're going at a right, nice, steady pace. Y'all smash that like button, man. Sub up too. Tory Lanez's jail situation has been revealed. Now, I did post this in the Sold Out Discord earlier. Shameless plug. But yeah, man, let's see how your boy is living it up. I've heard some not so great things. So let's see what's up. Says Tory Lanez is currently in the midst of his 10-year prison sentence. For those who don't know, last Tuesday, Tory was sentenced to 10 years for the shooting of Meg Thee Stallion. Overall, this was a massive sentence that a lot of fans were expecting at this point. Although some people feel like the sentence is too long, there are others who think it isn't enough. Whether you fall on the spectrum, wherever you fall on the spectrum, there is no doubt that the artist is in for a rough decade, whether it be in prison or in court of public opinion. Yeah, this is true. He definitely got a long way to go, so to speak. We got Pardine says in the building, says, wait, is Meg dead? No, no, man, don't put that out there. Not at all. No, she took a little break from music because she was going through the stuff with Tory. Now that Tory locked up, I guess she feels safe again to start traveling and doing music. But no, don't say that. She's not that at all. Teenage Mutant says, Yerp. We got Teenage Mutant in the building says, what up, y'all, with the hearts? What up? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, man. Appreciate that. Let me get through the rest of this article with Tory Lanez, how he's living in state prison right now. I think he's in jail being holding, waiting to go to the next joint. Teenage Mutant says, exam week in effect, but I got to pull through. Okay, you got it. You got it, man. Whatever you can do, whatever you want to do, you got to set your mind to it. You can achieve it. I was told if you can dream it, if you can visualize it, you can work hard at it, put whatever it takes to get that goal. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. I've been told that. So, I mean, you can do what you set your mind to. You got to want to do it. One of the things I best tell people whenever you're studying for something, just look at it as something that you're really passionate in when you're really not. But you got to zone out like you're really into it. You got to get into it. Like, that's the easiest way to study. You just got to get into material. Once you can comprehend what the hell is talking about, easier to answer the trick questions. And this comes from a person who has to take tests on a regular. Many fans are curious as to what kind of life he will be leading in prison. When you are a celebrity, sometimes there is always to make the prison experience more enjoyable. I doubt that. Sometimes there's ways to make the prison experience more enjoyable. However, you're still locked up, so it's not like it's some kind of retreat. As TMZ reports, things are actually fairly lonesome right now for the artist, although this is mainly because he is still in the Los Angeles County Jail. He is waiting to be sent to the state prison in California. This could take up to a month, and in the meantime, Lanez has to stay put. Sheesh. Tory Lanez headed to state prison. So, sheesh, man. They're sparing no expense about this guy, man. Teenage Mutant says facts, says real ish. Thank you so much. Of course, man. I've been through a lot of failures, man, but the biggest thing is one, never give up. But again, once you get off kicking it with me, or if you got to leave early to get back to study mode, but also one of the things too, study, grind, get your material. I'll say if you get a schedule together, that'll help. And then make sure you get plenty of rest too, man. Get your, I think they said you need a minimum of 6 hours of sleep. Probably 5 is the most you should push it. So make sure you get plenty of sleep. Remember, your brain doesn't work without feeding it. So make sure you snack in between and study and stuff like that. Man with the Kicks, no, that's Teenage Mutant, my bad, says, sad to see this happen to Tory because he is from a neighboring city close to me. Locally, it goes Drake, Tory, then P and D. Wow. So you in the Toronto area. Sheesh. Yeah, I hate it too, man. It's one of those situations where I bet you if they could all relive that night, they would have all did some different things, even though it's only one person taking it on the chin. As for conditions, it is being noted that he is part of the administrative segregation unit. This is simply for those who cannot be put out the general population. Overall, this should not be a surprise given who Tory is. As for his free till Tory only gets 2 hours. Let's see. And he says that was he came and said he said that's a big mixture. So she wow. His he said that him running. He says more he is getting 3 paddock case, so you ain't gonna get out of there. You're gonna die. So damn, you know what I'm saying? He said he seen all them coming early in the summertime and saw them coming at him, staring at the fruit and staring at the freaking food, man. So sheesh. Wow, man. Definitely a lot to come in from here. As for now, it can let's see, for now it's him to see how Tory situation will prolong. Of course, it has to be said that his local team will likely to appear for the judge discretion. Says, let's see. However, it remains to be seen he that the Harpers will go down. Let us know what you think of the sentences. So um, yeah, right now I think Tory Lanez he gonna have to sit it out right now, man. I mean, we gonna look at one more article on this joint, but I think it's the same thing. Yeah, this is the same thing if we really read through this joint. So yeah, um, I know he's gonna try to appeal it and get like another sentencing, but I don't know, man, because even if I'm starting over, it's gonna take like months or something like that. I don't know if he should just call it quits or what, man. But he definitely got a lot on his plate to think about it. This is like an expensive like come up. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, yeah, he's doing a refund here. Then he got to get up into this. Like, bro, I don't know if this is like a good idea or not. But at the same time, if he didn't do it, he didn't do it. But you gonna have to come to the table with something else. You know what I'm saying? To make people think. Man on the Kick says Teenage Mutant 100 got the salutes. It says he continued. I am no way, shape, or form was to apologize. We read that one. Says this is nuts. So he already said that it's not him, man. But the thing is, if you're not gonna say it's not you, you're gonna have to say who it is, bro. I believe we got a few people that actually like protected Tory or tried to play like on his side. This is Capalia. Gary defends Tory Lanez and questions whether Meg the Stallion was really shot. And this was from August 14th. Teenage Mutant says Manny with the kicks got the arm flexing. Says Calipino Gray has joined a curious of up and coming rappers who want Tory Lanez from jail, while swearing that Meg Thee Stallion wasn't really shot. So he's saying that he don't believe she was shot. The Gales took to the Instagram stories on Saturday, saying August 12th to unleash a profanity-laced trade against everyone from industry N-words to baby fathers. He said, one, y'all industry N-words be, you know what? His trade began. And then two, we don't condone any type of violence against women either. So we're not saying free him because we are conditioning a shooting. If she was shot, then of course prison would have been deserved, bro or not, bro. We are saying free him because the girl wasn't shot. So he's saying she wasn't shot. We shall see. We got the Slayer in the bench says Tory should have stayed in his lane. This is true. He should have just chilled out. Whoever grabbed the gun shouldn't have got it. I don't know who got it, but yeah, true. Teenage Mutant LOL says, no, I don't know what the F is went wrong. He was at the top. Yeah, he was at the top of that thing. It says, he continued to say, regardless of if you F with him or not, the fact is something is too weird about this case. Too weird. And now the case too much for the truth to even enter anyone. Y'all be saying free your baby fathers that he locked up for proven R word and proven murder. In this case, he's not even in jail for shooting her. He's not in jail for assault. That's my breaking, and I'm just saying she don't make sense. So there you go. That's his appealing on it. Teenage Mutant says, give Tory like 2 more years. There would have been a Drake or Tory project or tour. Yeah, he was definitely working with Drake. I think, all honesty, man, if he did do it, I still don't think he should have got no 10 years. I think he should have gave him about, he gonna get out in 7, but they should have hit him with 5 and let him get out in 3. So all he had to do is do like 1 more year and call it a day. You know what I mean? Let that man come home. Says, as might be expected, academics who has a history of venom against Meg Thee Stallion reshared the story on his Instagram stories. The internet personally is another public figure who expressed his disapproval of Tory Lanez being sentenced to 10 years in prison. Additionally, he reacted to Megan Kuffner's coverage of the case, which involved her confirming that Information was indeed leaked to Act, as well as users saying that Act should get arrested for it. Let's see. Teenage Mutant says the weird thing is that Meg was performing like the next week in high heels. This is a fact after she had been shot, but she had her feet covered. So I've always said this, man. In my opinion, I'm not saying she didn't get hit with the bullets, but I'm saying they didn't hit her directly. I think they bounced up off the ground and she got the ricochet joint. But don't quote me on that. I wasn't there, and it's all alleged. Says arrested for what he said angry during a recent Rumble live stream. I'm not in the case. I'm a citizen. This is academics speaking right here. He says, I'm a citizen. My N word. Here's the facts. I can say whatever the F I want. He had to bring the lawsuit, or I'm going to tell you the F or SD, which you know he's saying every day. Y'all got to bring a lawsuit, and I told you I have 500,000 incoherent. Yeah. S my D. Yeah, he's telling, you know what, all y'all. Meg Kuffner and Megan Stallion, all y'all. I don't got to tell you who the F gave me the information. If I was serious enough problem, the effing judge would have effing tried to subpoena me. Despite being convicted of shooting Megan Stallion, Tory Lanez maintains his innocence and has started fundraising efforts to get him out of jail, including selling free Tory merch. Oh, I know he was trying to get some bread. Like, ain't no way these attorneys and stuff, man. They really add up. I ain't saying he ain't got it, but I know he ain't trying to I know he ain't trying to lose it all like that. That'll be adding up, man. For real. Let's touch on this RICO case real quick because I haven't had a chance to really see what's going on. This is from August 12th. That happened last week. And we'll touch on the Snoop and Uncle Luke joint at the end to wrap things up, man. I'm gonna be on this joint for like roughly another 30 minutes. So y'all smash the like button and sub up, man. It really goes a long way and help the kid out. But YSL RICO trial, man. Let's see. Defendant allegedly used attorney's laptop to engage in an affair. Okay, so this is from August 12th. Says the YSL RICO trial has taken yet another dramatic turn as Judge Ewell Glanfield has ordered a defense attorney to return over his laptop for evidence, thanks to his client allegedly using it to conduct an affair, an inflict affair. Okay, wow. So I did hear it was supposed to be an affair. Let's see. The Bushwick News reported that the defense attorney Eric Johnson, who represents Christian Epperdinger, whose case has been served from the rest of the 8 remaining co-defendants, must turn over his laptop to be searched for evidence. The ruling was made on Friday, August the 11th. Judge Glanville said there was sufficient probable cause for Johnson's laptop to be searched because he reportedly allowed Epsinger to use a laptop to conduct an explicit after on Instagram. Earlier in the YSL RICO trial, Sheriff's Deputy Stanley was arrested and taken into custody after she allegedly tried to smuggle things to Christian Eppenor from the relative as well, communicating with him or an alleged obtained cell phone and through the Instagram. So seems like these guys have been locked up for so long. Everybody's trying to help them out and sneak stuff in, man. So it's kind of crazy to see this because I know they tried to do it with Thug at one time. So I mean, honestly, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm not really surprised. It says Stanley was charged with reckless conduct, violation of oath of office, conspiracy to commit a felony, and hindering apprehension or punishment of a criminal. It's alleged that Epner used the Instagram to communicate with Stanley, and he did so on his attorney laptop, thus necessitating the seizure. Interesting. So, looks like these guys definitely got it out for real, for sure. This could be some truth, but I don't really know. So we're gonna keep reading real quick. It says, what's more, all of the defendants in the YSL RICO trial has been using their attorney laptop since January of the year, but Judge Glanfield has ordered that are only allowed to use it for review court documents and other evidence. Using Instagram to communicate with an explicit lover then is a violation of the Judge Glanfield's terms. So they got to be very careful when getting this information, which is understandable. I'm not going to sit here and knock it at all. as they should. So this is a good update for Thugger and them, man. It's crazy. It's still no juror has been picked. You know what I mean? So ain't no telling when this case is gonna start, man. But it's like how many people? I know they only need 12, but like they're still narrowing out of 100. This joint low key trial probably ain't finna start until next year. They're trying to get this man to just kind of probably tap out. Court documents obtained by Hip Hop DZ revealed that Johnson, through his attorney, filed a motion to suppress and dismiss on July 26, arguing that the seizure of his laptop for evidence would violate attorney-client privilege. This is again what Johnson argued in court when Glansville made his ruling, calling it a complete violation of the most scared relationship in our criminal justice system between attorneys and their clients. But Brandon Default, a Gwinnett County prosecutor assigned to the case, wasn't assumed that Johnson outcry and reminded Judge Glanville why they were there in the first place. You told the council that they could use it for the review of electronic discovery, not that could use it for an electronic communication device, Default told the judge. After for Stanley, this was released on $70,000 bond, according to the outlet. Dang. So even if you got to pay 10%, that's what, 7? Yeah, man, that's crazy. These boys, I don't know, man. I wouldn't rock with them. I'm going to see what they got going actually on Complex. So this is another article from it as well. Just kind of covering it all the way. And we're going to start wrapping things up here, man. We're going to be on this joint for like another 30 minutes. So y'all smash the like button, sub up. Judge will lie. YSL defense attorney's laptop to be searched in Rico's case. So I wonder, does he just hand it right over, or does he like take time to delete stuff out? I mean, they still could pull it if you get somebody who know what they're doing. It's easier said than done, though. So I'm very curious how this is going to go. So I want to read over this Complex article, and then we're going to close things out with Snoop and Uncle Luke about the 50 years of hip hop, man. I feel like this, and I'm going to get on that in a minute, how I feel about it. But long story short, it should be definitely broken down into sections now, because hip hop has come a long way and it's spread, and each culture has its own different little sets up. And I feel like not all of them get enough love. They do, but it's not like, it's a category where I feel like it's big enough where it deserves its own sections. You can't just be like, boom. Let me read this article. It says, a judge has ruled that a laptop defense attorney in the YSL RICO case can be searched after his client used it to get on Instagram and communicate with a Fulton County Sheriff deputy. On Friday, the judge made the ruling after attorney Eric Johnson was picking jurors for the YSL trial involving Young Thug and May, and his client, defendant Christian Entrepreneur, yeah, that was the person's last name, got on his laptop and signed into Instagram. Deputies took photos of Entrepreneur using the laptop and violating the rules inside the courthouse. See, he didn't even have to go through all that. He could have just waited till he got home. You know, do that on your own time when you're not being searched. That way you mess up right there. Johnson's client used the laptop to contact Korean Stanley, a former Fulton Sheriff's deputy who was in a relationship with them. Okay, so they used to be in a relationship. Stanley was fired and was charged with reckless conduct, violation of oath of the office, conspiracy to commit a felony, and hindering apprehensions or punishment of a criminal due to the relationship. A judge signed a warrant in May to have Johnson's laptop seized, but he and other defense attorneys fought against it. On Friday, the judge upheld the warrant. The reason for the search warrant is because they was to check the browser history. They want to check the aspect of Mr. Johnson's computer. Now that itself would violate the attorney's client privilege, said the attorney Norris Hurd, who argued Johnson's case at the hearing. Litigator, looks like that, Alisry, Lawrence Hardy, who has 1 week to search the laptop, added the laptop will go from where it's been safely stored to the forensic expert, and then the expert will image it so that they work can be done, sort through the privileged material to get the stuff that's in the warrant. Interesting. Teenage Mutant says, I got my weird image threes. I got my reimagined threes coming through. That's what's up. Congratulations. Hope they are not having any defects. Excited though. I'm sure you will be fine, homie. You should be good. So definitely keep us posted. Post a picture in the sold out Discord once you get those guys. That'll be dope. I think they're going very good at a nice price right now. Let's see. The reason a search warrant because they want to check the browser. Read that one. Read that one. Let's see. I think I read that one. So the privilege stuff on the warrant. Yeah. Who has a week to search it? The experts have done. Yeah. So it says due to allegations of improper messaging with the deputy. Emperor's case has been served from the other defendants and will now be tried separately. So it's gonna be its own separate case. So Young Thug has been denied bond at this point, man. So we definitely got to see what's gonna happen with Young Thug, man. We're definitely gonna close things out. Probably another 30 minutes or so. We got to talk Snoop Dogg and I guess the 50 years of hip hop and what the response is going on. Now this one has really got me off guard, mainly because I have not had a chance to even read any of this, so I definitely want to check it out, see what's going on. Teenage Mutant says, got a feeling they're about to restock though. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, hopefully you didn't pay too much over retail on the kicks, homie. But yeah, hopefully you didn't pay too much, so you should be. Hopefully you get to just with taxes and everything, you pay only a few extra dollars. The market right now is down in general. Let's talk this third one right here. We're talking Snoop Dogg responds after Uncle Luke Bowman's lack of hip hop 50 love from Florida rappers. So I think the gist of this, and this came out today, I think the biggest thing is for 50 years of hip hop, there's no way you can sit here and talk about every single part. I think you should be covering it by different zones. You know what I'm saying? Do a South covering. That's a different cut. To be honest, you got to do it. You got to even break that down because Texas is the South. That's a different set of rappers. Speed. Atlanta is a whole different other ball game, and Florida is a whole nother ball game. But I see how you could tie the South together. But I feel like they got to be broken down into sections, and we're gonna keep it 100. Then you got, we'll say West Coast next, which we can just think of Cali. Cali hold it down by themselves, and then you got the East Coast. Then you got that's pretty much New York. They hold it down, and then believe it or not, with Nelly and them, you got the Midwest. So I mean, you got regions that have really showed out, but those are the main ones that seem like everybody kind of come from or really represent. So you got to keep that in mind. Teenage Mutant says, I paid $60 something over. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. They got to get a little something. Teenage Mutant says, nah, my bad. Definitely over 80 something. I mean, still not bad though. Still not bad. I've paid way worse, so I think you'll be all right. If they restock though, you really gonna feel some type of way. But I think you're fine because they done several restocks since they dropped. Let's see. Teenage Mutant says, in Canada, they released for $260 plus tax. Yeah, so that's not too bad. You pay a little over $300. Not too bad. But let's get back to this article real quick, man. So it says Snoop Dogg responds after Uncle Luke Beaumont's lack of hip hop 50 love the Florida rappers. Says Teenage Mutant says, I'm done with the copping until next year, gang. Everybody say that, but usually when the holiday roll around, there's gonna be some type of heat they finna hit you with. That's gonna make you. I ain't saying you're gonna cop, but you definitely gonna think about it. Let me read this article. It says Uncle Luke has taken aim at hip hop 50 organizers, slamming them for overlooking Florida's contribution to the culture, prompting a response from Snoop Dogg. Now I don't know what Snoop said. That's what I'm very curious. But I think Luke, was just saying he don't get his credit because they're kind of for the parental advisory sticker to give you that warning. Rumor is, and I'm almost positive truth to it, Luke is the reason that's on there, so you can speak freely on your albums. Teenage Mutant says, LOL, damn. Says, Uncle Luke is taking aim, read that one. On Saturday, August 12th, the 2 Live crew, which just falls under Uncle Luke, founder and pioneer behind freedom of speech in the rap game, took to Instagram where he aired out the grievances about the lack of inclusion acts from the Sunshine State and Hip Hop 50 celebrations, which he's talking about down in Florida. I think that's the Sunshine State, but don't quote me on that. Hip hop fans from Florida Don't be upset that they don't recognize your favorite Floridian artist as part of hip hop's 50th year celebrations. Luke began. The industry has never considered us in hip hop from the time I started hip hop in the South. Goes, you can only imagine the names they call us: country, booty, musician, trash, music. I can go on and on about the disrespect towards Florida hip hop. He continued, still to this day, we fight for our respect, and you have to stood behind us every step of the way. We will continue fighting. There will be a day this year where we come together and celebrate Florida hip hop artists from the top of the state to the bottom. We love you. Thank you for your support. And this is, I think that's going to say Florida, which is FLA, hip hop all day. So I think that's what he wrote in here. So I think this pretty much sums up what he put down, and they kind of just had it right up at the top. So this is what he wrote on the post. And then he wrote this whole caption on the joint. It says, Luke, outspoken criticism go unnoticed as Snoop Dogg. Okay, cool. So we definitely got to read this. It says, Uncle Luke's outspoken criticism did not go unnoticed as Snoop Dogg, who on Friday, August the 11th, headlined hip-hop's golden anniversary concert at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, chimed in to give the 60-year-old his flowers while thanking him for his influence on his long-run career. See? I knew Snoop. I was like, what bad can you really say about it? So he's right. So I think, if anything, he gave him the credit he truly deserves. But the way these articles wrote back, it made it seem like Snoop like snapped back at him. Like, if you look at this article, it says like, yeah, Snoop responding. But it may seem like, when you think about that, they should say Snoop is supporting blah blah after. But they wanted to get our attention. They got it. Uncle Luke's outspoken criticism did not go unnoticed as Snoop Dogg, who on Friday, August the 11th, headlining hip-hop's golden anniversary concert at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. He chimed in at the long career. I think this is where I already read that part. It says, and this is quote from that, it says, I love and respect what you did for me in my hip-hop journey, Uncle Luke, on and off the microphone emoji. He says, let's go. Let's do a Southwest hip hop celebration so we can get the flowers to you and the other founders who mean so much to this thing called hip hop. He wrote in the comments section. Love and respect, OG. Can't spell hip hop without the South or the West. Goat raised hands, pause, praying hands, microphone emoji. So this is what Snoop said to him. So, this is true. I think the like dirty, raunchy, like grimy music, we got to get that to Uncle Luke. DJ Premier echoed the statement, adding salute Uncle Luke in massive Florida heritage of hip hop. So pretty much looks like Tory they're definitely giving him credit. And Luke, man, it is a person that you could easily, like, if you don't pay attention, you could easily forget for real. Like, if you don't really know, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those, you have to know like the like gesture and everything as far as for like the hip hop side of things, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this stuff you're not gonna know every single thing. That's why I feel like hip hop and stuff, you really gotta break it down. You can't just say, when it comes to 50 years of hip hop, you gotta really gotta come in different sides of the angles of this joint. You know what I mean? There's so many different ways you can go at it. Teenage Mutant says Snoop is a great dude with the blowing nose emoji. Definitely a great guy, man. He's giving, and the thing about Snoop, he's come a long way. He's one of those peaceful individuals where back in the day, he was turning up and fighting with Tupac, man. People forget he worked right alongside of Tupac, and that's legendary. That's GOAT status, man. You got to give him credit. It says last week, hip hop heavyweights including Wu-Tang Clan, Nas, these are all GOATs right now that I'm reading. Wu-Tang Clan, legends. Nas, legends. Lil Wayne, legend. Ice Cube, Fat Joe, Lupe Fiasco was one of my favorite rappers back in the day, and I still listen to his old stuff. Lil Kim, Remy Ma, Trina, where she was like one of the first females to come out of like the South, for real, for real. If you think about it, out of Florida, she was one of the first that's come out of Florida. And many more joined Snoop at Yankee Stadium to give fans an electrifying show celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Teenage Mutant says, facts, so many different hip hop ears. Yeah, most definitely. You can't just sit up here. It's hard to put, you got to break it down by category. You know what I'm saying? If anything, yeah, you got no choice but to break down by category, bro. Like I just don't see how they don't do that already. Joseph Rev Run Simmons and Daryl DMC McDaniels also performed a slew of their classic hits, including "It's Like That," "Sucker MC," "Is Tricky," "Walk This Way," and "My Adidas," marking their final live performance as Run DMC. So they just did their, Run DMC. One thing that's missing from that is Jam Master Jay, but RIP to him because we know he's no longer here. But most definitely, crazy to see that these guys are still performing. In fact, I'm very curious how old he is. Like, how old is Run Simmons? He goes by Rev Run. I'm gonna copy this real quick. I know y'all can kind of see one thing. I'm gonna put this on a different side of the screen real quick. But I just want to know, how old is this guy, man? And it doesn't matter, but I mean, he's still out here getting the bag when he probably don't need it. But homie is officially 58, so he's getting it at 60 years old. So we got to give him credit where credit is due. Other homie, so Run is 60 years old. Let's see how old is other homie real quick. Y'all bear with the kid. McDaniels. Let's see, how old is he? He is officially 59. So pretty much they're both right at like almost chasing 60, which, hey, be thankful they're still able to get out there and bust a move, no pun intended. One of their songs, just FYI. So, yeah, they could easily, I could see that going all the way. He says, "We all remember when you told Luke to eat." Wow, I ain't know Snoop had said something like that. It says, "You remember when Luke had a Death Row Boys scared to come out the trailers?" Oh, they must have had beef back in the day. I did not know that. Nobody remembers because it didn't happen. Oh, it actually did. Everybody knows the Florida Boys made the booty shaking music, but we're probably the hardest ones in the game. Says they were finally about the action and didn't need gangbangers to back them up. Whoa, says Country Booty Boy. Okay, so they got a lot of people going in on the comment section on this joint. Snoop and Death Row were dissing them back then too. It's kind of crazy that these black artists been waiting on some white executives to validate them. Like, what is this still about? Slayer says, "We need Big Bro Jay to list his top 10 hip hop artists of the music today." That would take some time. Yeah, man. I know for a fact though, just to name some artists on the list. Just to name some people, I'm gonna put myself on the main screen. I'll give myself a little bit of a thought process real quick. We got a little bit of time and we was gonna wrap things up a little early tonight, but we got times, man. We're gonna kick it for about another 15. I gotta do separate categories. We're gonna say hip hop. Cause I listen to a lot of R&B music too, but I'm gonna say hip hop. You can't talk it without Tupac, of course. And this is no in particular order. So this is just 10 people that probably come out top of my head. You can't talk it. And I could probably narrow it down to a 5 for you. But let's see. Teenage Mutant says, "That's a whole episode, popcorn." Most definitely. You know what? I'm going to hold it there. But no Pac is always going to be on the list. Definitely a countdown I could probably do. Probably save it for another Music Monday, man. Definitely we'll be back next week anyway. For Sold Out, Saturday. For the people who grin in and out, just a little FYI. I will not be live on Wednesday or Saturday. Just got some family events coming into the town. Kind of handle some business on that. But I will be back on Monday and back to the regular scheduled program. But I still will be dropping content throughout the week. Y'all know I got y'all for sure. I'm still going to be grinding. I just don't have time to actually sit down in front of my seat at the moment. Just want to give y'all guys that heads up again because I know a lot of people have been coming in and out. You know what I'm saying? So I respect it. But Uncle Luke calls out Hip Hop 50 celebrations for ignoring Florida rapper Snoop Dogg responds. The 2 Live Crew founder took aim at the lack of recognition for Florida rappers as hip hop celebrates the 50th anniversary. This is true. I mean, did we see anything like a Tupac? We definitely see not Tupac. I wanted to say Trick Daddy, right? Rick Ross kind of falls under Florida, but I mean, did we get the people that was really before him? Like Trick Daddy was doing his thing. Still is one of my favorite rappers, low key. So Uncle Luke definitely want his flowers as well. They just talk basically the mainstream artists, Teenage Mutant says, "Loving the on feet videos, Jay. Appreciate that. Definitely should have one coming soon. Actually, I got an unboxing coming on Friday, but I don't think I got an on feet. But I'm gonna drop some more on feet content for sure. Appreciate that, man. Y'all smash that like button. Really goes a long way, man. But yeah. I think Uncle Luke is on to something here. Clearly, Florida rappers are not getting what they truly deserve. I mean, this is why it's been argued, to be honest, is hip hop stuff. You need to break it down by region. And I can see that. Break it down by region, man, because to be honest, it's grown so tremendously, and every like region has had their run. You know what I mean? So now, if you want them all to come together, I don't think you can put some people in the box. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like New York need his own, Cali need his own, Texas need his own. What we got? Atlanta need his own. But see, this would be hard to do because like where does Memphis fall in? Because they got some bangers too. They got a lot of artists, but they should just probably fall in with maybe I'll say like Atlanta almost. You know what I mean? But their style is slightly different. And Florida is always on its own planet, you know, to keep it 100. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it as far as breaking things down. I'm gonna read this last little article and then we're gonna wrap things up for tonight. Be on for about another 15 minutes. Smash the like button, sub up. Appreciate the support as everybody come in and out. Sign up for that sold out Discord, man. It is free to sign up. You know the kid feeling very nice right now. Uncle Luke calls out hip hop 50 celebrations for ignoring Florida rappers. Snoop Dogg responds. So we're gonna scroll through real quick. Probably gonna have the same thing, but like I said, be on the joint for like another 15 minutes. Uncle Luke is calling out hip hop historians for failing to give Florida rappers the credit they deserve among the genre's recent 50 anniversary celebration. This is my thing. You're gonna have to get somebody that's truly a part of the culture. They get the big names, but they also include people that probably just know just as much as we put in Google. Some of the stuff you're gonna be able to like. It's about how you Google. Not saying you guys aren't in Google because they are, but to get certain information, you gotta type it a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Teenage Mutant says, would love to see a sneaker convention vlog from you one day. Jay, by any chance, do you have a video like that? I did a sneaker con joint back in like 2018 or 19, but it's really short. I need a new one. Definitely gonna do one. The minute I get out and just get a second to hit a sneaker convention, I'll definitely start to do those. Probably not often, but I do need to get one on the channel. So I have a very old one, but I need to do a more up-to-date one with the vlogging skills that I have now and see if I can get out there and really make a difference. Definitely probably going to be attending some for sure. Just depending on what I need to pick up, you know. It still will be fun to check out. So hopefully I do attend some of those in the future, and I'll definitely bring the camera along. But I have to get the camera and mic set up where the audio is mostly focused on me. I'll see if I can get a handheld joint, you know what I mean? Somebody will have to hold the camera. So be something I could probably do with like a coworker or something. Teenage Mutant says, hype, yes, Sirski, man. Let me read the rest of this article real quick. It says, the Too Loud Crew founder took to Twitter this weekend to give Florida hip-hop scene its flowers, and for good reason. The Sunshine State has produced countless rap legends, from pioneers such as Luke, Trick Daddy, couldn't help but name that too, Trina, she don't probably get the flowers she deserved, from 2000 icons like Rick Ross, Plies. Like it or not, Plies had his run. Rick Ross, I feel like he definitely probably got honored, but Plies more so, he had a major run. You know what I mean? And then it says Kodak Black and Rod Wave. Rod Wave still on the run, and as far as like I'm saying like music run, and so is Yak. So I mean, there's people like that that's got their stuff on the way for sure. So we'll see how that goes. Hip hop fans, Florida, don't be upset. They don't recognize your favorite Floridian artist as part of hip hop's 50-year celebration. Luke wrote to his post, this industry has never considered us hip hop from the time I started hip hop in the South. You could only imagine the names they called us. Country, booty, music, trash music. I can go on and on. The disrespect towards Florida hip hop. Still to this day, we fight for our respect, and you have to stood behind us every step of the way. We will continue fighting. There will be a day this year where we come together and celebrate Florida's hip hop artists from the top to the state to the bottom. We love you. Yeah, and that's a quote he put on that. So yeah, he's saying basically how the people been rocking with him, man. So I think Snoop definitely said something. And we did read that as well. We about to wrap things up here in about another 10 minutes. Let's see. Teenage Mutant says, Pitbull, Flow Rider don't count. Yeah, that you forget about those guys. But a lot of people, I think he tried to cover the masses of it. But Pitbull definitely had his run. But then he kind of just went MIA, started doing other stuff. Like he's still working, but he kind of went into hosting stuff. Flow Rider dropped some hits, but I mean, like once they hit though, it's like the Florida. Once they hit their hits, they call it a day. Another R&B group we can get to Florida. Believe it or not, Pretty Ricky coming out of Florida. Those guys had some. They came out the gate. I thought they was finna change the game, and they did. But you know, they R&B stuff really lasts for so long. But yeah, you can think of that. Pretty Ricky coming out the gate swinging, bro. I love Pretty Ricky music still to this day. No cap. It's definitely a definitely a dope stuff. You know what I'm saying? Didn't even realize not sharing my screen. I'm gonna boom. Here we go right here. I'm gonna read the rest of this article for sure. Like I said, this is a complex article. We're gonna wrap things up in about 10 minutes. Snoop Dogg hopped in the comment section to praise Uncle Luke and his favorite rapper pioneers for their contribution to the game, while suggesting the culture gives the South and the West their own celebrations. That's the thing, yeah. I think West, South, and East Coast all deserve its own celebration. You know what I mean? I think that'll be fair. But I feel like there's always going to be like somebody is left out. And I hope not. But you know what I'm saying? It always seems like that way sometimes. Let me hit the rest of this real quick. Says, I love and respect what you did for me and hip hop journey, Uncle Luke, on the off the mic. Snoop says, let's do a Southwest hip hop celebration so we can get the flowers to you and the other founders who mean so much to the thing called hip hop. Respect OG. Can't spell hip hop without the South or the West. DJ Premier retired Snoop Dogg's remarks. I think retweeted is probably retweeted that joint. Writing salute Uncle Luke and massive Florida heritage of hip hop. So I mean, they were getting them flowers, but you want it from the people you're supposed to get it to. But a lot of these people don't really know what hip hop really is, man. If we're gonna keep it 100, so pretty much, I think we got all the topics carried tonight. Also, I want to do a special RIP to the rapper Magoo. Now, if you're not familiar with him, and I will bring him up on my screen here, he was often featured on Timberland songs. So I'm assuming Timberland actually produced for him. I'll share a screen right here. TMZ reported this early. I think he passed away, and we'll double check on the time. Let me share my screen one more time. Boom. I know Manny had pointed this in the sold out Discord as well. So we need to see what's up and just want to pay a little bit of homage. Looks like Teenage Mutant says Georgia versus Florida. Who is the better rap game? Two different styles, bro. Two different styles. Because I like a mixture of both, so I can't really even compare them. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna give it to hip hop. I said hip hop. I'm gonna give it to Atlanta. I'm gonna give it to Georgia because they got more. They're outnumbered. The Florida stuff is, those guys don't have the same ammo as they got with Georgia, and I'm gonna leave it as that. That's why. But they hold their own. But as far as Atlanta got so many swingers out there. You know what I mean? So many bodies of work where, it just can go on and from. But RIP to the rapper Magoo. This is Timbaland's former collaborator. He has passed away, man. So we want to say RIP for sure. He says recording artist digital book confirmed Magoo's passing on an Instagram post. While man can't believe, honestly, I haven't seen him in a minute since the Timbaland video. So definitely just wanted to pay homage to that. Says, welcome to our world. This is Timbaland and Magoo. I thought they were both producers, but I guess he was an actual artist. Says RP Soldier Melvin Magoo Borcliffe. So that's his name. It says the death has not been disclosed at what caused him to pass away, so they kind of keeping that hush hush. Teenage Mutant says facts. RIP. Most definitely RIP to this man. Definitely a legend in the game. You definitely seen it. It looks like this is Genuine's post right here. This was actually from Black Player 502. So a lot of people was showing homage and paying respect, man. Of course, she obviously had to work alongside Nipsey. Says singer Genuine lamented time was short. I don't even know how to say anything at this point. I have lost 3 friends now with a month life and the due date. So yeah, he's lost a lot of people back to back is what I'm getting from that. Very curious what Missy probably is feeling, man. So we already got covered the Tory Lanez situation. So this pretty much was the last little few things. But other than that, man, yeah, hour, 25 minutes, man. Things went around just as planned time-wise. But the music industry, man, definitely a lot more stuff to come. Definitely a never dull moment if you really think about it, man. From Thugger to Meg Thee Stallion to finally her breaking her silence. And, the whole Tory Lanez situation, I'm not gonna sit up here and say who was wrong. That one I feel like everybody got their own mixture of what kind of happened. And like I said, there's several different sides of that story. And the truth at this point is lies somewhere in the middle. And I feel like if the truth was to come out, all of them will probably get locked up at some point. Who knows, you know? Somebody lying. You know what I'm saying? Tory not telling everything, but he has been caught. And let's to be honest, all three of them have been caught and saying something contradicting that appears to be lies. If we're gonna keep it 100, it's all alleged and opinionated base. Now, as far as Thugger and his situation, bro, I think this, and I was telling my coworker this earlier. I'm like, all honesty, if they can't pick a jury yet, or they're still waiting on people like that, all honesty, give that man bail and like kind of like an NBA young boy situation. Get that man bail until he's able to like go to trial and stuff. Let him get out and work and get the studio in his house and actually, you know, get things where, you know, obviously how he wants to do things. You know, like actually let him make some money. Like sure, slowly let him earn his touring privileges back. But I mean, with the whole Rico locally, I know the touring part will probably be way off the table. But at least like with NBA YoungBoy situation, you know, he got a studio, he can make music, and he has select family members he can have over there visitation wise. I mean, that's the same with Thug, but I guess they're afraid that he's gonna, I guess, speak some type of language to somebody, whoever he feels he can trust, with nobody else really getting the knowledge of or knowing. So we'll see with that, more to come for sure. And as far as like the 50 years of hip hop, they're always gonna miss somebody, man. And we're gonna keep it 100. They always forget like some key players, you know, right down from the person who was kind of known for starting hip hop, you know, the first artist and stuff like that. LL Cool J don't even get mentioned enough, and he's one of the first, a lot of the first to do a lot of things to pioneer hip hop. If we're gonna keep it 100, Teenage Mutant says, "Great food for the mind as always. I love y'all. Stay safe and tap in with y'all soon. Most definitely appreciate that, man. We wrapping things up for the night anyway, but yeah, most definitely stay safe out here, man. And most importantly, you know, just try your best to move, you know, the best you can. You know, like with these guys, I think with Tory them looking back on it, if a lot of them could change a thing, they would change a thing or two. And like I said, as far as like Meg Thee Stallion, like, you know, if there's some truth to it, then yeah, she got the justice she looked for. But we still, there's still some open holes in the story, if you ask me. And that's where I'm gonna leave it at that for that tonight. And then as far as like 50 years of hip hop, man, they definitely need to break it down by sections and stuff like that. But eventually, it's gonna have to come together where it's got to be an all day event, man, and break it down into sections. But I know people's attention spans are short. But if done correctly, you know, but they're already limited on time space too, so it's really hard kind of for these shows to kind of cover everybody. But at the same time, if you're gonna tell it, you're gonna tell it. It's 50 years. You can't do 50 years of hip hop in a matter of 1 to 2 hours tops. You know, that's at least a strong 4 hour event, and you just gotta prep people for that. You know what I mean? You gotta start early. You can't start at the late night joint and everybody be up until like 1 and 2 in the morning. I mean, that joint gotta start at like 5 and keep it moving. Just if you want to hit as many people as you can hit, you know what I'm saying? So, other than that, we still got to say RIP to Magoo. Work one side of Timberland. I think that's it. Let's see, we did Luke, Meg Thee Stallion, Tory situation. We covered YSL situation, Thugger. Like I said, if they're going to grant him bail, just give him strict bail and let him still be able to make the proper music he wants to make. I know it only took 2 weeks according to the people who produced his last album. They did that in 2 weeks, but imagine if he had a little bit of time. And I'm going to leave it at that. So I feel like, again, if you're innocent until proven guilty, you should be able to get bail and hold out until your time to trial, because they still haven't picked one single juror. So I say that to say, like, I'm a big firm believer in that. Innocent until proven guilty, but you always got to end up paying money to get out. And I've always used to argue, like, man, if you beat the case, you get your money back. From what I hear, they don't just hand it back to you. There's a process to get it back. But yes, you're supposed to be able to get it back. But I guarantee you, if you had an attorney, that's pretty much, you pretty much coming up short either way. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I say the best thing, if you can avoid any type of legal situation, speaking from experience, everybody, stay away. Because as my dad used to say, you know, trouble easy to get in, but very hard to get out. I know for a fact some of that stuff just take years to get out of, man. So hoping everybody get blessed and make it through the situation. And other than that, man, been on this joint for an hour, 30 minutes, wrapping things up for the night, man. So y'all smash the like button. Sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know this is Music Monday. Just a reminder, I won't be live Wednesday or Saturday because the kids will be having family in town, kind of handling some business, but I will definitely have more content coming out for sure, throughout the week, and I will be live again next Monday. So no more lives until Monday, so I'm really just missing Wednesday and Saturday, but y'all know I have things come up from time to time. I'll remind you guys again in the Sold Out Discord, it is pinned up at the top of the chat, and it is free to sign up. So y'all smash that like button. Y'all can catch me on the Sold Out Discord, and of course check out more of my content. Smash the like button, sub up, and again, I'll be back next Monday with another live, man. So y'all sub up and definitely sign up for that Sold Out Discord, and I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. Yeah. my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Hoping my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry.